the words of Paul J. Mayer, productivity is never an accident. It is always the result of a commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused efforts. With these words, let's buckle up to make our weekend productive with another informative session by Codex Script. Hello, everyone. I am Shomili, your host for today's evening. I hope you all are in your pink of health. So today's event is all about the Linux Foundation and open source, also known as LFX. Before moving forward, let's invite today's speakers on the dais. So we have three mentors with us today. First being Nivedita Prasad, an LFX mentee, Summer 2K21 at CNCF Open EBS. Secondly, Pritish, who's a mentee at LFX Fall 21 at CNCF Carno. And our own Unnati Chabra, an LFX Fall 2K21 mentee at LFH Open Horizon. I would like to extend a special welcome to our guests today. So, how are you all doing?
So hi all. Hi Pritesh, hi Nivedita.
Hello, hello
Hello.
everyone.
Hi. Am I audible?
So
How are you all doing?
Yeah,
we
yeah,
are
I'm doing good. Yeah, we are good.
That's great. So
Same
now,
here.
moving forward, LFX is a platform built to facilitate every aspect of open source development. It is a community with over 739,000 developers, 11,000 companies, and 2.1 million projects. So let's go one by one and ask our speakers what exactly is LFX mentorship. Starting with you, ma'am. Niti ma'am, kindly go ahead.
you should firstly go with Nivedita, then Pritesh, then me. So
No
that's a
issues.
hierarchy that
Nivedita ma'am, kindly go ahead.
Okay, so basically, so LFX mentorship, previously known as Community Bridge. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a platform designed by Linux Foundation to accelerate the adoption, sustainability, and innovation of open source software. So, in easy words, we can say that LFX mentorships help first time contributors to learn, experiment, and to contribute effectively in open source organization. Yeah.
Okay. And in your words, Pritesh?
Okay, so like the LFX mentorship program as I take is uh opportunity for new developers or the people who are new into the world of open source to excel their skills in the field of cloud computing and basically deal with the cloud native technologies. So yeah.
Okay. And Unnati?
LFX is a Linux foundation. So it is a mentorship provided for the open source beginners to get started in the field of open source and development. So that's my definition for LFX.
Okay. So that was insightful. So the house is now open for questions as it's a AMA session. So kindly start posting your doubts in the live comment section and we will take them one by one. Okay, so we have some pre-recorded questions. So the first one is, what is LFX mentorship? How to write an effective essay and what points should be mentioned for selection?
So So basically, let me take this. LFX, as I said, is an program for open source developers to get started in the field of open source and development. Here, you get a stipend of around $2,000 from the project that you are part of, and you also get a chance to network with different people all around the globe, and you get to learn a lot. So over to you, Pritesh. So
Uh, okay, so the LFX mentorship program generally like we have to submit our cover letter and resume in terms of like being eligible to register in the specific program. And uh, I think it's a great learning opportunity for beginners to get started in the world of open source, and to be specific with the cloud native technologies. And uh, yeah, that was it. Am I missing something? uh, Sorry, what was the
No,
question again?
you also need to submit the resume, right? Resume and the cover letter, and
Hmm.
also a
Yeah.
participation certificate, at certain times. So, what do you think about this, Nivedita?
So, add on what Pritish and Unnati said, like we have to submit two things like resume and cover letter. So, one thing like in cover letter, you mention those things which you are not mentioned in your resume, like your interest, what you did earlier in respect of those projects, your previous contributions, your motivation. So these things like make your application stand out amongst all. So these things you should mention that. Yeah.
Okay, that was interesting. So we have a question from Yukti Sharma. She asked, can a beginner participate in LFX?
Yeah, I can take this. Yeah. So definitely like LFX mentorship, it's basically to like for first time contributors to encourage them in open source world. So definitely it's for beginner friendly. So if you are beginner in open source world, or you want to like contribute in a certain part, like when we start contributing in open source world, there's so many issues already. So for any newbie, it's quite overwhelming. So LFX is a great way, because in that you get a certain project in which you have to contribute. So this is the best way for beginners to like start in open source world. Yeah.
Okay, so like it's open to beginners. Okay,
Yeah,
and
it's for beginners. Yeah. So
and his second question is, how do I prepare for it in terms of tech stack?
should I, or anyone wants to take this?
um yeah, I can take that. So there's no specific tech stack. Like if you if you understand this tech stack, then you'll be able to participate in this. Basically, if you go through the past projects of the organizations, you might see wide wide area of technologies used, like Docker, Kubernetes, Golang, GitHub Actions, Perl, and even React too. So it depends on what your interest is and what you are interested in actually like contributing to. So I would recommend uh, go through the past organizations and projects, and go through the tech stacks that they use. And I think like most of the organizations repeatedly come in terms of like the LFX batches. So I think that would be a great way to go in terms of tech stack.
Mhm.
But yeah, it solely depends on your interest.
So like I want
Mm,
to
yeah.
add.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Unnati, go ahead.
So basically, when you get involved in certain project, say Kubernetes or CNC project, they give you resources to learn from that. Like you could get resources from the Slack channel, communication channel they have. So like there is no you could say no like partiality over what you will learn through it. So you can learn anything and you can learn everything from LFX. Even my project was having 13 tech stacks. So I learned that 13 tech stacks in 3 months only. So yeah.
That's wonderful. Nivedita,
Yeah.
ma'am, what were you
Yeah,
saying?
that's what I have to say. Like it's when like whenever you check the project, you always see that there's a new tech stack. So it's a great opportunity to learn those new skills, because it's not impossible that you can't, because while your application period you can learn those skills. So yeah, if any like beginner check then they will like first thought, oh, this is not my, I don't know these tech stacks. So don't like get tensed. So you can learn those tech stacks like in your application period. So yeah.
Okay, that was cool. So now the third question is from Mahi Ranjan. She's from Vanasthali Vidyapeeth, Jaipur. What's something we should focus on most in our applications so as to secure good chances of selection?
Um, Unnati, do you want to take this question or shall I?
I was a bit off right now. Could you just repeat somebody what was the question?
Yes, sure. So the question is, what's something we should focus on most in our applications so as to secure good chances of selection?
So obviously, in the cover letter, you have to mention what skills you are having, why you are applying for this Lfx mentorship. Obviously, this is the first thing that you should mention here, and also like make sure that your resume stands out for that project. You should mention all the skills in the resume and the work you did, related work you did with the with the skills you are having. Also, you should most of the times you can also mention what will you do for this mentorship, like what things you would be doing for 3 months with the project. I guess that is fine. Nivedita, anything I'm missing, right?
No, just I want to add like things like vary from like organization to organization. Like I have experience of two, so I will share that. Like in LFX mentorship, suppose if you are applying for Linux, and then definitely after your resume or after submitting your resume and cover letter, you will get the assignment. So in some of the communities like organization, you will get assignment, you have to complete that, and on the basis of your like submission they will judge you with your resume and cover letter. And in some communities they will consider your previous contribution also, like in cncf in cncf projects. So like in kubernetes or suppose in Meshi, they see your contribution also. So in some communities your contribution matter, in some communities your cover letter and your resume matters. So it's depend. So basically I will say like try to cover all those area. Like if you are like go to if you go to the project and you will, so if you will see that you have you have a time to learn those skills. So just start contribution, even in start with the documentation, and also submit your resume and cover letter. So there's no, so this create the safe area for getting selection, for selection, yeah.
So some of the organization do take your interviews sometimes to
Yeah.
check your skills. So that is also a thing to
Yeah.
take care of.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's very, really very. Pritish can add, yeah, also. Yeah.
Yeah, you both have actually pretty much covered all the parts to be covered. But just to add on to it, there are some organizations too that judge you on the basis of the assignment they give to you. So, for example, like I had applied to Chaos Mesh, like it's also a program under CNCF, sorry, project under CNCF, and their selection process was you have to like the mentors will give an assignment to all the participated mentees, and they will be like expected to complete the assignment within a specific period of time. So on the basis of that assignment, and you're like, they also take into consideration your style of coding and documentation and stuff. So on the basis of all these criteria, they will decide whom to select or whom to move forward with in the program. So
Okay. So our next question is from Tanjima Singha. She's from IEM. Her question is, how will I be able to get LFX mentorship? Like, what are the steps? How to get started with it?
Uh, okay, I guess I can take that question. So, uh, to get started with LFX, first I would say keep a watch on the CNCF slash mentoring repository, because that's where all the organizations get listed first, and then after that the organization get listed on the actual website. So I would say keep a watch on the CNCF slash mentoring repo. If it's possible, I'll drop the link in the chat. So that's
Mhm.
where the organizations get listed first, so you'll get a basic idea of which organizations are participating in the program and what are the tech stacks they ask for. So that will give you an edge over others, like those without having any knowledge of which organizations are participating. And uh, after that, when the like first the organization participation period starts, and after that the student application starts. So during the student application you have to as I said, there will be different type of organizations, but the common in all those is to submit your resume and cover letters. So I would say take some time, draft some really good content for your cover letter, and then submit it. So if I'm not wrong, the cover letter consists of 4 questions, like how did you get to know about Lfx mentorship program, and what do you expect to get out of this program, general questions and stuff. But uh, yeah, do dedicate some time and draft some good content, so that will give you an edge over others. So yeah.
Okay. Anyone wants to add something?
No, I guess Pratish covered all the things. And Nivedita, would you like to add something?
No, Pritish already covered all the things. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next minor question is like, what's the eligibility criteria to get LFX mentorship? Like, is there any?
Yeah, you have to be 18 plus. This is one eligibility criteria only, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so
And
I think
also,
Pritish.
you should be in the college for like while applying. So even it's for professionals, but I guess in colleges mostly it is done like LFX mentorship.
Okay.
Yeah, like
And
the
so,
best thing about this program is it's not only for students, even the working professionals can also participate in this program. Yeah,
so
as
do they
Unnati
have any
mentioned.
eligibility criteria, like any certain year gap or something?
No, no, I guess there
No,
is no eligibility criteria for them. You should be, I guess, 18 plus, and
18
that's all.
plus. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. So the next one's from Yukti. She's from IGDTUW. So she asks that I'm a total beginner in open source. How do I make my application stand out? What all did you do to ensure selection?
So I guess Nivedita would be a better person for it because she applied for LFX, I guess, 2 times and was selected in the third time. I guess Nivedita, right?
Yeah, I think yeah, we already like mentioned point those points for the selection previously, but I will like share again. So yeah, as the like steps for like applicants, like you have to be submit your resume, cover letter, and yeah, things are vary from organization to organization. I have an experience of two. So for Linux, like Linux kernel, you will get an assignment. So you have to submit that assignment in some certain time. You will get the email from mentors, like you have to submit this assignment. So yeah, and for for CNCF, some organizations consider your previous contribution, and some only like judge on the basis of cover letter or resume. So basically, I will say first try to like make a good resume and cover letter, Then choose your like community, like in which community we want to get selected. So after sorting your interest areas of in community, just join the community, introduce yourself first, like you want to like do internship this summer as Lfx mentee in this community. Then there's so many like people in the community, they will guide you like how to get start, or they will solve you all the queries. So just after submitting your resume and cover letter, the most important thing, just go and join that community, introduce yourself. They will definitely like guide you. If they will guide you like in the terms like, if they want contribution from you, like you they want you to contribute first, so they will suggest you this is the good first issues you can start from this. So yeah, first three things I think most important. First, submit resume, cover letter, and then join the community. Yeah. So and also after getting like after joining the community, you will also get the feel like how this communities work, like and also participate in the community meeting. This is also important before selection, because when you join the community meeting, you will introduce yourself like one to one. So yeah, this is also one thing. Join the community meetings, join the community channel. Yeah, after submitting resume and yeah, or cover letter. So this create like impact. Yeah. So I think
Noted. Okay.
Okay,
So,
Pritish.
so
Nidhi, do you
Yeah,
want to add something?
Pritish, I think.
Like
yeah.
if you are a beginner, like so at certain points सभी beginner होते हैं. There is no like कि सभी like they are like pro आते हैं, but the thing is you have to just contribute and involve yourself with the community. That is what I guess Nivedita also mentioned. So yeah.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, the main point that I would like to stress upon, as Nivedita said, is all the communities are super beginner friendly. I mean, they are like at this stage that they are ready to even come on a one-on-one meeting and clear your queries. So there are people like that too. So I guess like beginners, like it's a really great program for beginners. And uh, apart from that, I would say like if you are a complete beginner, then I would say like choose any one project, like see the tech stack. If that interests you, choose any one project and try to like stick with it for some amount of time so that you can get some experience in how the cloud native technologies actually work within. So that's the I mean my take would be that's like if you are contributing to any one cloud native technology or project, then I guess you can like it will be easier for you to contribute to any other cloud native technologies too. So that would give you enough exposure and experience. So yeah.
Yeah, like as Priti said, like stick to one community, because there's also one important point. At a one time, you can only apply to three communities. Like so, so that's one suggestion. Like beside contributing in all three, I would say like stick to one, because in one project only one mentees get selected. So in rare case like they select two, but I will say like stick to one community. Try to like make strong contributions so that you can fix your selection. So yeah, this.
Okay. So, the next one is from Mithali Redkar. She's from Royal College. How to apply for LFX or any open source project like GSOC or Outreachy? How to make project get selected?
um, okay, so personally, like I have little to no knowledge about GSOC, so can't really comment on that. But the case is same. Like the only difference is LFX encourages beginner friendly like participation.
Mhm.
But GSOC in GSOC you have to have a really good grip on the project, because all the organizations in GSOC require you to submit a proposal. So in order to make a proposal, you need to have a clear understanding of the project. So that's the only difference I
Even
can
we
say.
are not G Soccer right now. We are just LFX mentees. So it would be great if we could ask question related to LFX.
Uh-huh, okay.
As as we haven't done this, so we are not very proficient to answer
Mm-hmm.
these GSOC questions. So yeah. And obviously, for GSOC, your previous contributions also work. Like you should be engaged with the community for a longer time.
Most important thing, like GSOC, for GSOC, previous contribution matters a lot. Yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
in any open source program, a previous contribution will help you in person a lot, because if you contribute to a project before any program starts, that would give you like a brief idea of what is the structure of the project, and uh, it will help you to understand the code base better. So I guess previous contribution always matters.
Okay, noted. So, another question is, what are the prerequisites needed? Like before applying, what should one keep in mind?
As we said, you should be able to write cover letters. Your resume should be a good thing. Good, like you should be able to able to make good resumes, as they will help you a lot. And obviously you should be like whatever you are writing in your resume, you should have like proper knowledge of that. So I guess that is also helpful. That also
Okay.
helps certain times.
So, the second part of the question is how to answer paragraph questions.
Actually, paragraph question, mainly you will get in the cover letter. I think you're talking about cover letter, right? Yeah. So in
Mm-hmm.
cover letter, you will get four questions, and those four questions are very generic. So you don't have to prepare anything. So it's all like how you get to know about LFX mentorship program. I think first this type of question, what skills you already
You
know.
should even like you should write how you got to know about this program. There are
Yeah.
certain points. What made you apply for this program, and that is, I guess, not a big deal to be.
Yeah, so yeah, questions are very generic. You don't have to prepare anything. Just you have to apply. Yeah, just
Okay, so that was more of a generic one.
yeah, very generic. Yeah.
All right. So,
Basically you have to represent
Mhm.
like how enthusiastic about, you are in applying to this particular program, and I think that would matter a lot.
okay. And the next one is from Niharika Singh. She asks, how to begin making desired changes, addition, or updation in an open source repo? Like, do I need to read and understand each and every code file in that repo, even if I'm making changes to a certain tech stack? Like, if I'm working for a certain tech stack, do I need to learn and know about the other tech stacks involved in the project too?
Even I didn't have certain knowledge of whatever Open Horizon was having at that time. I just learned and like started contributing. And even before starting, I just got to know about Open Horizon, right? So I guess that is not necessary that you should be able to know each and every tech stack that the organization uses. So I guess Nivedita would be able to answer more on this.
Actually, no one like know the whole code base of any project. If I'm not wrong. So basically, you have to know only those code base which is related to your issues, and which you are working on. So suppose, yeah, this is one thing, and yeah, suppose you require Golang, and with Golang you also have to knowledge of like uh, suppose React or any other tech stack, whatever. So it's you have to learn at that time, and you don't have to be like panic that you have to know all the code base, because it's just such a huge project. You can't. So you only have to know the code base which you are working on, and that's only matter, because whenever you go and check the issue, there's so many issue, and everyone working on so many issue already. So they don't know all the code base of any projects. They only know the code on which they are working. So this is the thing. Yeah. Any other
I
thing,
think like I
Pritesh? Yeah.
completely agree to what Nivedita said. Speaking from personal experience, like when I was a mentee at CNCF Kaivanno, I had to work on a feature related to the test command. So uh, like till today I only know like I have only understood the code base of that part regarding the test command, and apart from that I don't literally have zero idea about the rest of the code base and how that works. And uh, basically after the starting of the mentorship program, I took around 3 weeks to actually understand that part of the code base. So understanding the code base is not that easy, but yeah, you'll get dedicated mentorship in this program, and that would make your work easier. Yeah.
Okay. So, Dee, do you want to add something?
No, I guess Pratish and Nivedita covered all the points.
Mm-hmm.
लाइक ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि तुम कोड बेस को लाइक देख के बिल्कुल डर गए कि हम नहीं करते, ऐसा नहीं होता। लाइक हमने भी स्टार्ट किया था, एंड धीरे धीरे हमें समझ में आया था कि कैसे वर्क करते हैं चीजें। सो या
Yeah, just to add on to that, like
Mm-hmm.
whenever you are like a complete beginner and you are starting to contribute to some XYZ project, then I would say go to the issues section and filter out the
Mm-hmm.
issues in the name of good first issue label, and then try to like contact with the maintainer and ask him or her to assign that issue to you, and start working on the good first issues first, and then try climbing up the contribution ladder. So basically good first issues are those issues which do not require you to have any prior knowledge regarding the tech stack and the project, and I think that can be a good start to all the beginners.
Okay. All right. So, moving ahead, the next one is from Soumya Gupta, Vanasthali Vidyapeeth. The question is, what are the advantages of joining LFX mentorship? What are the tips to get selected?
so we already shared some of the tips that you should be able to write resume, good resume, cover letter, and obviously, now coming to the benefits, you get around $2,000 stipend as a
Mm-hmm.
stipend. Indian dollar, please. No, it's so $2,000, and you get to network with different people in the organization, and to and also certain companies also to take their project into LFX. So maybe you end up getting an internship opportunity there in that company. So yeah, Pritesh, do you want to add something?
Yeah, sure. So the main difference regarding doing a normal open source contribution and participating in these mentorship programs is that you get a dedicated mentors who are like really senior most members of a like senior most software engineers of a particular company, and getting their guidance and support. I think that will help you in the long run. Like in a normal open source contribution, most of the cases you might not get a mentor, and in some cases still you can definitely get a mentor too. But in these programs you are 100% sure that you'll be getting a dedicated mentor as well as a co-mentor. So I think that is one of the biggest added advantage of participating in this. Nivedita, would you like to add?
Yeah. I just want to say, like, first, as Pritesh said, like, you will get a chance to work under senior mentors, like those who are already active in that community. And also, second thing, by getting in the LFX mentorship, you will get a chance, you will work on the real world project. So, this is one thing, your project gonna use by so many people in the community. So this is second thing. And yeah, also, like, there's certain stipend for this LFX mentorship program. But beside all that, your most important thing, you will work on real world project, and your contribution will use by so many people. So this is awesome. Yeah.
And also one tip I want to add, engage with the mentors as soon as possible. Like they are the one who are like who will be guiding you throughout, and will you like through them you will get into LFX. So I guess maintaining proper connections with the mentors always helps
Okay. So, do we need to like connect with them in the community only, right?
in the community communication channel.
Okay. So, the next question is from Gunjan Gupta, IGDTUW. Her question is, how to apply in the organizations with less familiar tech stack?
So first thing I guess that is interest. If I am trusted in that organization, and even if you do not know anything about that tech stack, your interest drives you through it. So I guess if you're interested, you could apply any of the organization you wish to. So I guess yeah. So Nivedita, would you like to add something on this?
Yeah, like, first, read the issue properly, and if that issue interests you, like, jump to the community channel and, like, start share your like share your, like, learnings, like what you have understand from that issue, explain those issue in the community, like that I'm going to, this is my understanding regarding that issue, and, like, point out your understanding regarding the issue. So this is the best part, like, if we, mainly, if that issue interests you, then definitely jump to the, like, community and start talking to, like, in community channel. And others, like, other part of question, I think we already mentioned, like, what's, like, you have asked,
Yeah,
like,
we
other part.
already gave some of the tips.
Mm-hmm, you did.
Yeah.
So, sir, you want to add something, or shall I move to the next question?
Uh, okay, I just wanted to share an example. The like for example, when I applied for the fall batch, I chose three organizations, that is Kivanno, Meshery, and Chaos Mesh. So for the Chaos Mesh project, they actually required skills like Prometheus and Grafana, which I think uh, it is these technologies are less known within the college students community. And similarly, I was also completely unaware of what these technologies are and what they do. But in the they give you a particular assignment to complete before actually applying to it. So in that assignment, we were asked to make a mini node exporter, which basically required a tech stack of Golang, uh, Grafana and Prometheus, as well as Kubernetes. So I was pretty somewhat familiar with Kubernetes, but I had zero knowledge about Prometheus and Grafana. But since I had a genuine interest in exploring those technologies, I was able to complete the assignment as well as like learn those technologies, and that actually helped me. Although I didn't get selected because there was someone else who was even better than me, but that those skills are help me till today. So yeah, if you have genuine interest, then I don't think tech stack matters that much.
All right. So, the next one is from Anushka Jha, IIT BHU. Skills required to be a part of Lfx mentorship so that I can contribute as expected from me and be an asset to them.
Your interest is the one thing that skill, as like this is not a skill, but like this is one thing you should have. So, and obviously a desire to get in. Nivedita, would you like to add something?
Can you repeat your question?
Okay, the question was skills required to be a part of Lfx mentorship so that I can contribute as expected from me and be an asset to them.
Actually, there is no any like guideline that these skills are required. Every project have different skills. Just you have, I would say, if the, the first thing, like if you know Java already, then to learn other tech stack, if you already know C, C++, Java, whatever, so to know other tech skills will not take that much time. So for LFX, there's no any certain guidelines that you have to be uh, pro in this skill area. Anyone don't know like what are, like any beginner. Suppose I'm a beginner, I'm exploring, and I want to like part to be a, I want to get selected in this summer. So if I will check, then definitely it's new for me, because in our we don't, we all don't know the Golang, like if we haven't worked in any microservice or any, we haven't done any contribution previously. So I would say there is no any guideline for the tech skills. It's depend on project to project. You just have to be willing, you just have a willingness to learn those skills. So just just keep enthusiasm to learn skills. That's it.
Okay. So next question actually is kind of not related to the topic, but I'm sure that many of us have the same doubt. The question is, what is the correct path to become a backend developer in a product-based company from a Tier 3 college? It's asked by Khushbu Agrawal, Jaipur Engineering College and Research Center.
Any backend developer in the room?
Just a generalized one.
uh, okay.
I guess you should be having certain knowledge of backend tools like .NET or C Sharp or
I
any
think
of the.
Pritesh want to answer. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, like I in my second year of study, I came across a roadmap called as roadmap.sh. So
Hmm.
that site basically provides you a detailed pathway of any developer. Like if you want to become a front end developer, it has a pathway, as well as a back end developer, it has also a pathway for how to become a back end developer and what are the prerequisites you need to know. So I think you can follow that. It's roadmap.sh. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that was it. The next one is from Kashish Singh, Amity University, Chhattisgarh. The question is, what is the procedure and duration of the program? What do we are supposed to do if we get selected?
So,
So,
yeah. Yeah, Nivedita, go on.
oh, so this is a 12-month mentorship program. So 12-week mentorship program, sorry. So yeah, this is 12-week mentorship program. After getting selected into this like LFX mentorship, you have to work on that particular issue which for which you had applied earlier. So you have to work on the issue, and also you were open to work on others issue of the community also. So you have to work on the project. Uh, and Yeah, I think, yeah. And this is a 12-week mentorship program. So, and also one thing I want to add, like in 12-week mentorship program, there's two evaluation also. So, yeah. So mid evaluation and final evaluation. So, yeah, this is one thing, because I don't know about other like how mid evaluation works for other, but for before mid evaluation, there's certain like things which you have to like complete. So these after that mentor will evaluate and like they pass the email to like a community like whoever the LFX like mentorship in charge. So yeah, there's two evaluation also.
And what if they fail to reach the threshold?
What are the
What if they fail to reach the threshold, like in the evaluation test?
uh,
So
actually yeah, Unnati can take this.
So basically, if you fail to graduate from this LFX mentorship, or if you are not able to like pass the two like test of this, so maybe they disqualify you from this mentorship cohort, and there's no fixed tenure, to be very honest. um there is no fixed tenure, to be very honest, and you can complete your project in any of the months you need. It's just that you have to be consistent in it, and you should be contributing.
Pr- Pritesh, anything you want to add? Like, what if someone failed the threshold? Like,
Uh, I think like if someone feels, I don't know, I don't exactly know about that, but I think if someone fails to pass the evaluations, then their like internship will be cancelled, because this LFX mentorship program is also considered as an internship at CNCF. So yeah, internship will also be cancelled.
yeah, same. Yeah, I also don't know the exact answer, but yeah, just
Why would
want to.
anyone like try to fail or not work hard after eating at such a place?
Yeah,
Makes no
same.
sense.
Yeah, yeah. That's a point.
And when I got selected for this mentorship cohort, so I like because only one person was there who was there to help me. That was Nivedita, and I was like पहले इसको कॉल करते हैं, और जाए बाहर और जाए बाहर में.
That's a different feeling of getting selected in such
Yeah,
a esteemed
because
program.
I guess she was the only mentor who was there to and fro from the starting with me
How
in this
sweet.
Lfx mentorship. So yeah,
Okay.
what was the
So
story, Pratish? I guess.
Um, Okay, regarding LFX mentorship program, I had someone called as Debabrat, and he was an ex LFX mentee at Chaos Mesh. So I got to know about the program from him, and he had guided me a lot. Like, yeah, he has been a mentor to me before the starting of LFX.
okay. So the next question is combined from Ayushi Chaudhary and Dhruv Mehta. The first one is how to begin an Excel open source development. And the second one, is it mandatory to have a lot of open source contributions to apply and get selected in LFX?
I guess Somali, could you just repeat the question? I guess I
Sure.
just uh,
The
got off.
first one is how to begin an Excel open source development. And
Okay.
the second one is it mandatory to have a lot of open source contribution to be eligible and get selected in LFX?
So, as we said, there is no previous contribution criteria for LFX, but yeah, you should have a zeal to contribute, and obviously, you should like engage with the mentors. That is one point I guess I could say. And to start open source, you have to be consistent solving questions, not questions, issues over GitHub. Maybe some good first issues could help. And yeah, Pratish, do you want to take from this?
Yeah, like I just wanted to mention one point that there's no such thing as lots of open source contribution. Try your best to make some quality contributions that actually matters. So yeah, that's the only point. Nivedita, any other
Uh,
suggestion?
No, I think actually you both cover all the points. So, yeah.
Okay. So the next one is from Mayank Makman, Graphica University. As a final year student, is it viable to be getting into open source and LFX mentorship or any other mentorship program per se? As many of the mentorship programs are for students, so does the fact that one is about to complete their bachelor studies affect the application?
So basically, as we said, there is like professionals also take part in LFX. So, and if you are in your final year, like there's no foundation to apply, you could apply and get exposure to open source and the world. So yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what, like, there's no, only you have to be 18 plus. Other than that, there's no like limitation. And it's also depend if you are in the last year, what's your priority. Like, there's no any right time to jump into open source contribution. So, anytime you are free, and it's also depends on priority that what's your
Even I
priority.
like
Yeah.
even
What
I today read a tweet that a person quitted his full time job for open source.
yeah,
So I
like,
guess that is great. Open source power is great.
yeah, so it's all depends on you, like what you want to do. Yeah, so if you
What's
want
your
to do open source contribution, anytime you are welcome. It's, yeah, there's no foundation like fourth year, third year, second year. Anytime you can.
sir, do you want to add something?
Pritesh?
Uh, no, that was like they have pretty much summed it up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so looks like all the queries have been answered. If there are any other doubts, kindly put them in a comment section.
So like I was on Limelight for like I guess from 6 months till now. So if we did any mistake, kindly ignore that. And like so even we are in our third year, so like even like we are here to guide you for the fix. And if we did certain mistakes, we are sorry. So yeah, that's all. Thank you, Nivedita and Pradesh, for coming to the session and for guiding students. And we hope to see you in further sessions too.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Okay, so we have one final question. Your experiences and learning in LFX.
There are
Okay.
so, yeah, Pritesh, go ahead. Yeah.
Uh, okay, yeah, sure. Um, so after you get into LFX, like first of all, kudos to you because it's not so easy to get into LFX. So that's the one of the biggest hurdle. But once you manage to get into LFX mentorship program, try to communicate with your mentors as much as possible. Like ask, like, let there be any doubt, uh, just ask it out to your mentors because no doubt is that lame in this program. So yeah, the main thing is do communicate with your mentors and ask doubts very frequently. That would help you make a relationship with them, and would also like you'll also get to understand the project better. Yeah, now I would like to take it from here.
So
Mm-hmm.
I guess that I could take it from here. So, as Pritesh said, that getting into LFX is a big hurdle. So for me, it was a even bigger hurdle because it was my first open source program, to be very honest, and getting selected in the first try only was a biggest achievement for me. Um, I got to learn many of the things from here. I got to like learn about leadership because I even leaded here for Oktoberfest for a month. So yeah, and even I got to know about different tech stacks such as Markdown, Travis, YAML, and so that was like a pretty decent experience for me and was a memorable one. So yeah. Nivedita, would you like to take?
Yeah, sure. Lfx mentorship entire 12 week is a different learning experience. Like it will give you, you will see different, you will see like so many tech stacks getting involved in your learning curve. So definitely, like, you will learn so many things. Like you will get, uh, first you will get to know like how to like communicate with the how to communicate in the communities, how to ask like doubts in proper way, and also many soft skills thing also, and other than tech stack. So yeah, the whole like Lfx mentorship program is a different learning experience. It will give you different learning experience. And yeah, whoever selecting this program, try to utilize this 12 week, because this is a best time to learn from like mentors, from your mentors, because after that it's not possible that you will get one dedicated mentor for your project. So try to learn from them, also try to learn from the community also. Yeah, try to
Try to grab as
utilize.
much as possible. So
Yeah,
that is what Nivedita is saying.
yeah.
Okay, that was really wonderful actually. So, since there are no more new questions, I guess all your queries have been resolved. That's great. So, it's time to end today's session. Before ending, I would request our honorable speakers to uh, let us know some of their experiences and tips, basically. Like, if as a aspirant, I ask you, what are your top three tips to apply for Olympics? What would it be?
So, like
Nivedita,
for me,
Unnati. Yeah.
yeah. Sorry. So for me, it
Adi, your mic is muted.
yeah. I didn't know that my mic was mute. Um, Obviously, your resume is a one thing that you should have, cover letter, and your zeal to contribute to an open source organization. So I guess Pritish, would you like to take from this?
Okay, top three tips. That's tricky, but okay, I'll go with it. So the first one would be to keep a watch on the CNCF/mentoring repository. Second thing is choose any two projects at max and try to join the community channels or community servers. Like most of them have Slack servers and all, so try to join them and start attending the community meetings as well as asking questions. And third one will be to solve some good first issues, so that will give you a grip on the project as a whole. Yeah, that would be my three tips.
Okay, Nivedita Di.
This is a good question. Yeah, so first thing I would say, try to filter out your interest. Try to filter out your interest organization, like as soon as possible. Second, uh, jump in the community channel and attend communities meeting. Like this is also important. And third, try to solve good first issue. Start with a good first issue, even it's a documentation one. Yeah, you can learn with while contributing. You can contribute in the documentation, and other side you can also learn the tech stack which is required for your upcoming project. So this is one third thing I would say. Yeah, participate in meetings. Try to filter out your interest area, like interested projects. And yeah, third one is start contributing. And also one more, like keep eye on website and repos of CNCF have their own repo of Lfx mentorship program. And might possible like other community also have their repos also. You can check that on their GitHub. Yeah, you can ask in their community channel also. So these things, yeah, yeah, you can.
Okay, thanks a lot for sharing these. And as they say, the end of one chapter is just the beginning of another. Read on, The best part is always yet to come. So, thank you everyone for your time. Sayonara. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye bye.